It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got Desmond Ridder. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Falcons and the Panthers on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. What kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Set, ready.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ridder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Ridder now. And that is incomplete. Did everything to hold on to it, but a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Young on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Ritter on 1st and 10. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ritter off the play fake. And he's got his big tight end here. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got enough.
Touchdown! Bijan Robinson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll try to throw now. Young throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. This is caught by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. On play action, Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young will set to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 3rd and 3.
Blue check. Black one. Opposite. Green. Smith red. Check white.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. Fights him off. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw there complete to Hamler. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 1st downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ritter to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because we prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards yards away. That was never in down, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Hamler now on the return. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory as his guys continue to roll. They're 8-1 on the year. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game. and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young now. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be Falcon football. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 57 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Coup for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Short pass caught by Henry, and he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lorenzo Carter, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Ritter will set up to throw it. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Ritter from the gun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Young. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Opposite, green.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Young to throw it. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. That throw by Young incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw a play.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Grady Jarrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Let's go now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Young back near the goal line. Now right to board. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Robinson up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
2nd and 10.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Ready?
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll run for it with Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Ready?
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready?
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Now Young. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
At their own 49-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Falcons, the train just keeps rolling, 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.